The wedding cake will be brought in 5 minutes, and then there should be fireworks. But we can't find the groom. The wedding planner tells me and I start to get nervous. I've been planning this day for 6 months. I've assembled the best team that was able to make all my dreams come true. I'm more than sure that Kirill's and my wedding has outshone all the others. People will gossip about it for a long time and distribute photos in glossy magazines, mentioning it as the most ideal. He's not answering his calls. He probably left his phone somewhere. I squeeze my mobile phone in my hand and glance at the guests, hoping to notice Kirill among them. Look by the parking lot, and I'll look for him in the backyard. He could have gone out for a smoke. I don't want to create a panic over the disappearance of the groom. It's unlikely that he was kidnapped. Most likely, he hid somewhere from the noise with his friends, or got drunk from happiness. I don't want to think about the latter. I hope he didn't decide to ruin our holiday. I'm starting to get angry at Kirill. We have a business jet scheduled to take off at 2 a.m, and this ill-fated cake could change everything. I slip out of the banquet hall and walk quickly down the corridor to the back exit. In the backyard, I see groups of guests here and there. They are tired, tipsy, laughing loudly, not holding back their emotions. But the groom is not among them. Damn. I go back and dial him. I almost reach the door leading to the hall, but then I catch a ringtone out of the corner of my ear, which definitely belongs to Kirill's phone. I listen, trying to figure out where the sound is coming from. I step slowly on the white marble, for some reason trying not to click my heels. I freeze at the door, which, judging by the sign, leads to the utility room. The bell cuts off, and the melody behind the door stops with it. I think I found where he hid from everyone. Oh my God, I hope he doesn't get drunk. It would be terrible when Kirill is drunk. He can barely control himself. I wrap my fingers around the door handle, getting ready to go in, but freeze, hearing a disgruntled female voice. Oh my God, how long will this chick keep calling you? You already married her. What else does she want? I could think I was wrong and leave, but... I have to go, Laura. I have a wedding today, so don't start. The male voice definitely belongs to Kirill. It's impossible to confuse. And... Laura is his deputy? What the hell is going on? It's not fair that you spend our first anniversary with her. Couldn't you have chosen a different date for the wedding? I press my ear to the dark wood, deciding that I'm hallucinating. My heart starts beating faster in my chest. My cheeks are burning. Mariana chose the date. Sorry, kitten, but I couldn't influence it in any way. It was definitely Kirill, no doubt about it. My fingers are getting cold. My head is spinning and I'm panicking from the realization that something is wrong. You'll spend your wedding night with her, while I'll be all alone in our apartment. When I start imagining you sleeping with her, my heart breaks into pieces. I didn't think it would be so hard to share you with her. We have a plane tonight, so sleep peacefully. I'm not going to sleep with her tonight. Besides, you knew what you were getting into from the very beginning. Be patient a little. It's for your own good too. Do you promise? Then give me 5 more minutes. I want to give you my wedding gift. You'll like it. I feel sick from what I heard. The pulsation in my temples intensifies. I can't put together the conversation I overheard. I just don't want to believe that Kirill, the man I've been with for 4 years, the man I trust unconditionally, got involved with some girl, and even dared to bring her to our wedding. I want to burst into tears and run away, ignoring everything. But I decide that I personally have to make sure that my assumptions are correct. I take a few deep breaths and, before I lose all my courage, I yank the door towards me. The sight that opens up before me makes me want to scream. Loudly, shrilly, desperately. Kirill, the same one with whom I exchanged vows of love just a few hours ago, is standing in a groom's suit, leaning his back against the wall. Laura, who 6 months ago so suddenly for everyone became Deputy General Director for some unknown merit, is standing in front of him. They are so carried away that they do not immediately notice my appearance. I begin to feel sick from what I see. I take it you accidentally confused me with her in the dark, I ask, and 2 pairs of eyes turn in my direction. Laura screams in fear. Or, wait, it's not dark here, so there is no way you could have confused the bride. In that case, maybe someone can explain to me what happened. In fact, I don't need an explanation. I'm shaking with anger and disgust. My chest hurts. I'm afraid that this picture will always be in front of my eyes. Honey, it's not what you thought. Kirill says the most banal thing he could think of. The groom takes a step towards me, but I put my hand out in front of me, urging him to stay put. I tried to explain to her that I'm married and not interested in anyone but you, but she kept hitting on me. You know how I affect women. He laughs nervously, thinking that I'm a fool who could fall for this nonsense. I take a deep breath. Who would have known how hard it is for me to keep my face and not burst into tears from humiliation in front of these two? What a scumbag you are, I squeeze out. I can't believe I was blind for so long, and I even married you. Get out, both of you. I don't want to see you. Kirill quickly covers the distance between us, painfully grabs my hand. There is not a drop of remorse in his gaze, only coldness and harsh calculation. His face twists. Now he seems to me a stranger whom I see for the first time. Usually affectionate, gentle Kirill turns into a merciless monster who shreds my heart with every word, look, and movement. Stop being hysterical and calm down, he shakes me like a rag doll. Your scream will bring guests running. Do you want to disgrace us? I can't even breathe from his impudence. I narrow my eyes, jerk my hand in vain, and hiss. Am I disgracing us? Me? I turn my disgusted gaze to Laura and do not finish. How many others have you cheated on me with? How many times was this? Did you do this with her and in the office? On the table that belongs to me, like everything else? And you brought her to our house? You're going crazy. Calm down. You calm down. Let go and get the hell out of here. I'm hysterical, trying to hit him, but the man is stronger. No one is going anywhere. We're married, if you haven't forgotten. I'm your legal husband, and your last name is now mine. Don't make a scene and go into the hall, otherwise the guests will suspect something is wrong, Kirill orders me. And while I'm entertaining the guests, you'll finish what you started here, right? Anger rolls in waves. I'm shaking all over. I don't know what to do in this situation. There are guests, a cake, fireworks, but what kind of celebration can we talk about if I just caught my loved one with another? I look behind him again. Laura seems pleased with herself. She takes a mirror out of her bag as if nothing had happened and corrects the contour of her lips. She breaks away from her work for a moment and looks at me as if everything is going according to her plan. And she doesn't care that in these seconds, without exaggeration, my life is falling apart. She was probably burning with impatience to tell me her and Kiryusha's shared secret. And then everything turned out so well. Now he can only be hers. Full of determination, I throw off Kirill's hands, take a step back to increase the distance between us. I feel disgusted that he touches me after her. So now she, I nod at the girl, leaves the restaurant and never catches my eye again. Starting tomorrow, the position of Deputy General Director is vacant. And you, I point my finger at Kir's chest, you pretend to be the happiest groom in the world. You'll cut this damn cake with me in front of the guests and the cameras. You'll stand next to me while the fireworks go off. And you'll make sure that not a single living soul suspects that there's anything wrong between us. I won't allow anyone to gossip behind my back. And tomorrow morning, without any unnecessary noise or scandal, you'll sign the divorce papers. I declare decisively. There can be no talk of divorce. We'll see about that. You have 2 minutes to say goodbye to your girl. I turn around and, holding the hem of my dress, hurry to hide in the restroom to be alone for at least a few minutes and get myself and my thoughts in order. For a few minutes, I just look at my reflection in the mirror. I'm shaking all over. I can't stop crying, no matter how hard I try. It's good that my makeup is professional and waterproof, otherwise my face would turn into a monstrous mess. There's no time for hysterics. The sooner I go out to the guests, the sooner this whole farce will stop. I have to be strong. Tomorrow I'll fire everyone to hell. And Kirill, and that Laura. I'll make sure that no self-respecting company ever hires these two. That's right. I'll smear their reputation in an even layer on the asphalt. They will all pay for humiliating me. The plan for revenge that was born in a matter of seconds gives me strength. I put on a fake smile and leave the restroom. I glance at the guests, find Kirill among them. He, as if nothing had happened, continues to have fun. It is hard for me to cope with breathing. My chest rises again and again, a feeling that the oxygen in the hall is running out. and I will soon faint. Am I giving the command about the cake? The wedding planner appears next to me, distracting me from Kirill. If she notices my reddened eyes, she does not show it. Yes. And immediately fireworks. I feel a little unwell. I need to finish quickly. I nod and go to our table, decorated with flowers and candles. The music stops. The host says something, but I cannot concentrate on a single word. A cake is rolled into the hall. The guests applaud. I stand next to Kirill, and every time he tries to touch me, I move away from him. Everything seems somehow unreal. He takes a knife, and I have to cover it with my hand to cut this damn cake, and then feed him a piece and eat it from his hands. The flashes of the cameras are annoying. Kirill's smile is even more so. I want to leave, but he grabs my wrist and squeezes it hard. Smile, Mariana. You are a happy bride, aren't you? He whispers menacingly in my ear. From the outside, it should look cute, like two lovers cooing. But in reality, I am ready to scratch his face with my perfect wedding manicure. It seems to me that Subotin is soaked in Laura's suffocating perfume down to his pants. Don't talk to me, I'm disgusted. I am telling the pure truth. Right now, the sight of Kirill really makes me sick. Instead of answering, he presses his lips into a thin line, angry, or maybe even offended. But I don't care. This freak will disappear from my life very soon. With a snap of his fingers, he will rot in poverty, and with a feeling of his own mediocrity. And I can handle it. I have to show off for a few more minutes in front of the guests and the cameras, and then I finally catch the moment when Kirill is distracted by one of the guests, and I break out into the street. To hell with the fireworks. I can't take it anymore. I quickly head to the limousine that is waiting for me in Kir. On the go, I type a message to the wedding planner. I felt sick. I went up to the room. Figure out how to get out of this. Tell them that the newlyweds ran away without saying goodbye. I open the door and dive into the coolness of the salon. We're going to Akademikeskaya. I command the driver and reach for the champagne that was waiting for Kirill and me in a bucket. He had to open the bottle with a pop, and I laughed loudly, feeling like the happiest woman in the world. And the groom? Even the question of a stranger and an innocent driver irritates me now. We're not waiting for the groom. He has some things to do. Let's go. I order and pull out hairpin after hairpin from my hair, taking off my long veil. The car starts moving. The cork flies out of the bottle and hits the roof. Champagne foam runs down my fingers. Through the window, I notice Kirill jump out of the restaurant. He turns his head from side to side. He's looking for me. Fortunately, he doesn't notice the car that is driving away from the restaurant at that moment. Then my phone, which was thrown on the seat next to me, comes to life. Of course, I won't pick it up. Go to hell, Subotin.